I used to be quite a CrossFit enthusiast. And so everywhere I went and anytime I traveled, I would drop into CrossFit gyms. And I would go through all sorts of hassle to make sure I got my workouts in and got my fitness on. And every time I went to these different gyms, I'd have to fill out a waiver form, so if I had screw up, hurt myself or fall down and bang my head, that they wouldn't get in trouble. And usually on these waiver forms, there would be some type of what is your goal? What are your goals? What are you looking to get? Something like that. And I always put to become invincible. And it was a little cheeky thing I like to do, but the truth of that is I was wanting to become invincible to having my emotions or situations or experiences or stimulus take me off my game, take me off my ability to kind of remain in peace and love and some kind of like healthy homeostasis in my emotional experience. So what I know is needed, or what I need, and I'm not there, still seeking to become invincible, but what I know is needed in order to remain in that space of solidity and gravity is to be solid, is to be I don't know if I would call it immune, but to be so accepting of all of what exists in this human experience inside of myself, that no one would be able to kind of trigger that out of me without me allowing that to happen. And if I've already surrendered to it, and if I've already engaged in it and accepted it and understand it, then I figure it's a lot harder to be caught blindsided and have somebody remind me of something that I act like I don't do, that I actually do. So I've broken shadow work into a few categories. I didn't learn this anywhere. I just kind of developed it myself. And one of the areas of shadow work is to look at all of our wounds, all of the reasons why we do weird stuff to get our needs met. I'm not lovable, so I do all kinds of things to be lovable and to get love. I'm not valuable, I'm not worthy. Shame-based stuff like, I'm fucked up, I'm a piece of shit, I'm broken. All of that stuff is a specific part of that. But another part of that is the ownership of whatever exists in humanity exists inside of me. Any kind of monstrous or horrible or fucked up thing that exists that I act like isn't me is sure to sideswipe me. So, and one of those is manipulation. Newsflash here, we all manipulate. We all do things to leverage people and to get them to compromise themselves for our gain, for something we want, I want. So for this conversation, what I'm wanting to talk about is this idea of conditional love and unconditional love. And you're either one or the other. And the deal is we are all engaged in exchanging conditional love. Because unconditional love, my argument is that we would be doing that forever. But the minute that we go into conditional love, we've just made it to where unconditional love doesn't exist. So what happens here is we all have, and I'll speak for myself, but I'm going to say we because I think this is a part of that human condition, is we have this way of being persuasive, of withdrawing any part of our connection and creating a gap in order to get the person to come towards or be willing to please us. So we engage in anger or some other type of withdrawal silent treatment or something like that. And the person in the relationship, the corresponding thing to do is to begin to kind of chase or lean in. Distance or pursuer model, whatever it is you want to call it. So what I'm wondering is what would happen? I'm not wondering this. This is what I'm engaging in and trying to do. I'm wondering, I'm asking you to wonder and begin to inquire within. What would happen if in every engagement or in every interface with people, if our intent is just to stay connected, stay without creating that gap, without creating that distance and disconnect? Even if we were angry or frustrated, we lean in and lean in and lean in rather than, this. And I understand that in certain situations, it's good to have kind of a pressure release, but that even in that release, that there's engagement, there's an intention and a consciousness to not introduce that threat of abandonment. So I think unconditional love looks like staying connected even through the point in a rupture or conversation where you agree to disagree, or you even disagree to disagree. And we just continue to stay present and stay in there. We've been conditioned to just bail, just like disconnect and bail and check out. And I do think that everyone has a limit. But for me, and what I'm offering is what would it be to practice and build a capacity to stay engaged and be invincible amidst any type of challenging sensations that exist inside of us, so that we stay connected and we continue to have unconditional love. The opportunity I have for you, a few questions to just go a tad deeper into this, is who suffers the most from your conditional love? Who in your life? Top 1, 2, 3 people, something like that. You're in there too. And for the purposes of this question, besides you, who suffers the most? And the follow on there is what would that relationship feel like with greater amounts of unconditional love? And maybe this is an opportunity to just kind of pause for a second and engage in some type of visualization that would have you have an experience in your body of what that would feel like. And the last question here is, what would it take? What do you need in order to be vulnerable enough to allow that to occur? Thanks for your time. Have a good day.